I hear you and Dr. Francis had words again.
Sir, Dr. Francis is exaggerating.
Listen here, Murdoch. Dr. Francis was one of the yard's best, or I wouldn't have fought to get him to Toronto. Now, how does it look for me with you two arguing the toss for months on end? Now, I won't tell you again.
Or what, sir?
Excuse me, sirs. The man who telephoned us on behalf of McMurphy sisters is here to give a statement. Malcolm Lamb. You know him, sirs?
Detective Malcolm Lamb used to have Murdoch's job.
My. Same desks, same god-awful paint. Of course, there were no telephones or fancy typewriters. I don't know how you live with this racket.
Perhaps you'd care to give your statement in your old office, Detective.
Well, thoughtful gesture, Inspector, but that's Detective Murdoch's office now.
Of course, as you wish.
My office, then.
That's it, barely. Poor Miss McMurphy's eyes as big as an owl's when I opened the door.
How did you hold yourself back from the crime scene?
Oh, I still have a copper's nose for a blood trail, Inspector. But sleep and a regular constitution are my priorities now.
How about a few tall tales of Station 4's glory days?
Glory days. Yeah, when I started as a constable 20 years ago, the coppers couldn't find their noses. They were appointed by aldermen and rich people they were related to. We pretty much got paid to break up brawls and keep the city safe for Protestants. Detective Murdoch's progressive approach hasn't escaped my notice, however. I'm optimistic that a whole new world of policing is dawning.
Thank you, sir.
Detective Lamb.
Hodge! My God, you're still here.
You'll have to carry me out, sir.
Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure.
Nice to see
How are you?
Interesting that he didn't mention he'd been given the boot 8 years ago for insubordination.
I hadn't heard that.
Put his Inspector Cassidy in hospital for a week with a right hook. I have to admire it in a way. Back then, it was clear what men were thinking.